まずは青コーナー、リナ選手の入場です。
It was a tournament of shock in her first ever outing for 5-star Grand Prix 2025 contention for Hate Zone, the Pink Devil, Rina. It was a victory in the main event back in Corcoran Hall, a semifinal Red Stars matchup. Rina defeating Natsupoi one-on-one to clinch her spot in our official overall semifinal match tonight. And for the longest of times throughout this tournament, a complete undefeated streak in singles competition. That undefeated streak would only come to an end thanks to one woman. And that woman would be known as the high-speed wonder, the NJW Strong Women's Champion, the Neo Genesis representation in AZM. The one who back on Corcoran Hall, we were live on Stardom World with English coverage on August 6th. AZM defeating Rina and ending Rina's undefeated streak up to the point 5-star Grand Prix this year. Now, these two women will meet one more time, and it could not be for any higher stake. Oh, good Lord, right out of the gate here. AZM certainly knows what she is going to have to do to put down Rina in this go-around just as well as she did back in Corcoran Hall. We have no time limit here tonight, and that means we are not working within any confines, within any restrictions whatsoever. AZM and Rina had a 15-minute time limit back in Corcoran Hall, went 11 minutes, 50 seconds. AZM and Rina here tonight have to do everything they can, pull out all the stops, because it has never mattered more in these two women's young careers than they do tonight. And you hear the adoration for Rina, certainly one who has taken a bit of a rudo approach. If you already have a Lucha Libre reference thrown into the mix here. Ota City General Gymnasium has taken well to the rudo approach for Rina in this year's tournament, just as well the rest of the world has this year's 5-star Grand Prix. I mean, you may be running with hate, you may be running with a gang that a lot of people are not too fond of, but truth be told, a lot of wrestling fans, especially here in Japan, folks, are going to recognize the skill that Rina brings to the table, despite, well, the company that she may manage to keep with women like Natsuko Tona, women like Ruaka, and yes, women like Konami, who we will see later on challenge for the IWGP Women's Championship. Konami taking on Sadi later on in the evening, but for now, it is Rina and AZM. We're going to take this all across Ota City General Gymnasium. You know, it really is shocking. It's really almost impressive when you really consider the way that Rina entered this year's tournament. A lot of people had Rina's 5-star Grand Prix competition a little bit in shock and awe, if you will. It was Rina, concussive blow to the back of the head at Stardom New Blood 23 on July 4th. That would lead to a loss by referee decision. That was back in Itabashi against rookie MMA Shima. And you know that Rina did not take too well to the referee calling off that matchup, but admitted, yeah, sure, okay, I couldn't go anymore. I took a bad bump. I took a bad blow to the head. And that had a lot of people questioning, will Rina be able to compete in this year's 5-star? Not only does she enter her first ever 5-star tournament, but she shows out potentially the best that anyone has out of the Hate competition. I mean, hell, she's the only one out of Hate in this year's semifinal. And for that reason, of course, AZM, in a big way, is gonna have to put down Rina. Try and stop the momentum that she managed to stop back in Corcoran Hall. You can stop, but you cannot halt it forever. It is momentary pauses. As Rina, look at this, yeah, I love it. Standing Cobra twist. And in a really nice way here as well. I mean, you look at the torque right there on the body of AZM. And now brought down to a lateral position, but to the bottom rope, we're gonna find it. And this one's gonna be broken up here. You know, I made a bit of a misspeak, bit of a misstep at least when I spoke on Rina and AZM having young careers. Rina definitely might fit that mold, but AZM on the other end of the equation. What, 22, 23 years old, has been wrestling since around the ages of, what, 11, 12, 13, something in that range. I mean, AZM is a world-traveled veteran before, well, some people even get the right to vote. It's an incredible thing to witness what AZM has become as NJPW Strong Women's Champion. Of course, for that reason, AZM knows that the pressure has, well, never even been higher. So we're brought back inside the ring here. Rina back inside, and AZM going to take the time to hot dog, to grandstand, and to game plan for her next moment. And her next moment's going to come from the top, and it's going to be a bad one for Rina, unless AZM, yeah, right out of the way here, off the ropes now. High-speed genius in full effect. Watch out here. No, misses out the drop kick, does Rina. AZM rolls through it, keeps control, front chancery, dropped in on the suplex. And Rina, oh, look at that. An inverted suplex from Rina here tonight. There is no bigger stage, there is no better way to make an impression in the World Wonder Ring than to show out in a massive test of 5-star Grand Prix action. And this is a large field of competitors we had this year, stretched across 4 blocks, and Rina and AZM have done just that in this year's tournament. But only one can go to our main event, can go to our final, and call themselves a 5-star champion. That's Rina, yeah, look at that, Northern Light suplex with the bridge, hooking the leg even. 18 years of age. 18 years of age Rina is, and it's still just so impressive to see what this woman has been capable of doing. In her debut in 2018, 6 years experience, very similar trajectory to what AZM has been on in her career as well. As a couple of knees right to the gut of AZM. And Rina taking it from the top. Oh, double knees right to the midsection of AZM. Cover here for Rina. No, the barest of shoulder rolls up. Rina now would love to put this one away right here, right now. AZM in a bit of a struggle. It is one of these women's match to win to go on to the final of this year's 5-star Grand Prix tournament. And AZM, big German suplex. And a roundhouse kick to follow up. AZM with the urgency on the cover for the win. And not to the final, not yet for AZM tonight. AZM again wanted to go for that double stomp that she loves to utilize on a lateral opponent. But Rina quicker on the draw here. And what are these two women doing? This is a bad, bad place to be. If you are either one of these women, any professional wrestler in the world likes to avoid these positions. But Rina and AZM are going to challenge each other on the middle and top rope tonight. AZM has Rina right where she wants her. Watch out. Oh, missile stomp right through the mid of Rina. Cover for AZM. No. And it is not going to be enough to put down the Pink Devil. Not here. Not yet. Not tonight. And AZM might have wanted that Canadian Destroyer instead. Watch through here. Oh, I love it. Rings of Saturn locked in for AZM. Rina in a bad, bad way right here. Center of the ring. The arms are trapped up. You only have those bottom legs, the bottom half the body, excuse me, to make their way to the bottom rope to try and find any solace. AZM is putting those arms in positions they're not supposed to go, and Rina's gonna have to try and avoid it. Here we go, shoulders down, no, through the center again. Look at that, full extension for AZM here. Rina is in a bad, bad way right now. And the world is rallying behind the Pink Devil tonight. Yeah, wait a minute, Rina back on the cover, 2. And look at it, jackknife, no, AZM, shot cover, whoa, nearly stole one over Rina there. That was a tough judgment call for referee Barb Sasaki. And it's going to be a tough finish to this one. One of these two women will call themselves 5-star champion if they can connect the dots, roll the dice. Bombs away, cover! No! Rina trying to do everything she can to get her wits about her, to try and keep AZM away from those ropes. You gotta try and manipulate the body weight of an entire woman. It's a difficult thing to do, and Rina is certainly finding the struggle in it right now, as AZM is so close to that bottom rope. And still Rina holding on for dear life. And to the bottom rope. AZM will make it. Rina would love to put this one away right here, right now. Try and find that Pink Devil, that gory bomb. She put so many women away within this tournament. Here we go, Pink Devil away. No! Code red! AZM's done it! AZM! No! Rina! Oh, it's just two. So close to 3. We're not rounding up tonight. One of these women's going down. And a jackknife cover! 2. come so far, so hard, all throughout this tournament. Rina has a Korakuen Hall loss to avenge. The woman who tried to derail her momentum, put it away here. Pink Devil down, Glory Bomb, it's over, your winner, no! I have no idea how the hell AZM has done it. There is an undeniable will, an untamable spirit about these two women. Bound by their trajectory, bound by the spirit of victory. And it must come to be, must come to an end here for one of these two on the line. Destroyer from AZM. The strong women's champion to put this one away here. Underhook in. Oh, wait a minute, Rina. Yeah, wants her own underhooks here. This is, looking bad for AZM. Watch it. Vertebreaker from Rina. I have seen that maneuver and careers come close to changing lives entirely. And it almost changed Rina's life here tonight. To put her into a final position, you gotta do a little bit more. You gotta drive a little bit harder than you've ever driven in your entire life before. Rina, for all the marbles, laying it on the line from the top rope. And a drop kick takes AZM out. Which of these two women will call themselves the first finalist? Who will call themselves the champion by the end of the night? Now, AZM just trying to find any sort of escape she can get there. And bam! Off with her head. AZM with the cover. No! And Rina now wanted to package up, drive out. AZM into victory. Not gonna happen here though. AZM now again. Destroyer. One more time. Follow through, AZM. The strong women's champion wants to be the strongest in the whole damn world. Here we go. AZM Sushi. It's over. The first finalist confirmed tonight for your main event. It was an incredible drive, it was an incredible campaign that led Rina to this point here tonight. And I very well have to argue, I would bet my house, I would bet my money on it, that Rina one day will call herself the 5-star Grand Prix champion. But tonight is not the night for the Pink Devil. The spoils will go to the NJPW Strong Women's Champion, at least for now. AZM set to compete in one more match later on down the line tonight. Our main event to come when AZM challenges the winner of our next match in the final of 5-star Grand Prix 2025. gonna have some time to rest up as we make our way to our next semifinal match tonight.